Not every Royal Knight had an easy journey from their early beginnings to where they are now. Alphamon started as an experimental prototype Digimon from before Digimon were even discovered. That is reflected on the old-fashioned interface on his forehead, which is present on all Digimon in the Doru series past the child level. All Digimon in this video are natural carriers of the X antibody. Dorumon is a slime-type Digimon shaped like a furry purple ball whose entire body is covered in hard hair called mithril hair. Created by J.R.R. Tolkien for his Middle-earth universe, mithril is described as precious silver metal, immensely strong but very lightweight, discovered by dwarves in Khazad-dûm. Its name comes from two Sindarin words, myth meaning grey and real meaning glitter. Immediately after birth, Dorumon exhibit an aggressive personality, and even though their fangs have not yet grown, they open their mouths wide and threaten their enemies with biting motions. Because of this, many Digimon are deceived Dorumon can do them harm, but since they are rare, this deception doesn't seem to last long. When an enemy approaches, he attacks by spitting out small iron particles from his mouth. Dorumon evolves into Dorumon, a lesser-type Digimon that can run very fast in a straight line. He looks the same as Dorumon but with 4 legs. He doesn't like to be tamed, so he often remains in the wild. When someone gets close to Dorumon, he will charge recklessly and attack them, which makes him dangerous. The sharp ears are hard and also serve as horns, so he can inflict some damage during his charge attack, but he can't maneuver while running at high speeds. His special attack is Metal Drop, when he spits out iron particles from his mouth while charging at the enemy. Dorumon evolves into Dorumon, a furry purple dinosaur-looking Digimon. The personality of a Digimon that was originally a fighting race is particularly strong in him, and he has a strong fighting instinct, biting everything and barking, but it seems that once he bites, he gets attached to whatever he bit. During the experiment, the data said to have been hidden in the deepest part of his Digicore is data about the strong life force of the legendary creature Dragon, which is said to have the potential to grow into a powerful Digimon. Dorumon has the data attribute and belongs to the Dragon's Roar, Nature Spirits and Virus Busters fields. His special attack is Metal Cannon, in which he fires iron balls from his mouth.
Metal Cannon!
He has a specialty skill Dash Metal, which releases iron balls while charging forward. The skill is more powerful when he stands still and collects power before releasing.
Dorumon Shinka!
Dorumon evolves into Dorugamon, a beast dragon Digimon that possesses the qualities of both a beast and a dragon and is so heavy and ferocious that many Digimon will flee at the sight of his shadow. He looks like a large Dorumon with darker colors and a more menacing look. When it comes to battle, he displays his ferocity like a wild beast, but he also has the intelligence of a dragon and is usually very docile. Dorugamon has the data attribute and belongs to the Dragon's Roar and Nature Spirits fields. His special attack is Power Metal, in which he fires a large iron ball from his mouth and crushes the enemy.
Power Metal!
His signature attack is Cannonball, which is more powerful when he stands still and collects his power before releasing, but he can also shoot an iron ball while charging forward. Dorugamon evolves into Doruguremon, a Digimon that looks like a mythological 4-legged dragon. His red body has dinosaur-like accents and many black wings. The tips of his wings and tail have sharp metal blades. The powerful life force data of the legendary creature Dragon that was sleeping in the deepest part of the Digicore is released through the interface on the forehead, and he's a gigantic beast dragon type that is nicknamed the last enemy Digimon. With his overwhelmingly large body, he can crush all brave Digimon and even repel Nightmare Soldier type attacks with a swing of his wings. Highly intelligent, he rarely reveals his existence and is difficult to even discover. Doruguremon has the data attribute and belongs to the Dragon's Roar and Nature Spirits fields. His special attacks are Metal Meteor, which fires a super high mass iron ball that is 10 times larger than his giant body and annihilates the enemy in one fell swoop.
Metal!
And Bloody Tower, which skewers the enemy and throws them into the sky.
Bloody Tower!
Doruguremon evolves into Alphamon, one of the Holy Knight Digimon called Royal Knights. His majestic body is covered in black armor with golden accents. He has a pair of metal wings on his back and a blue and white cape. He is said to act as a deterrent to the Royal Knights, even though he is one of their members. Normally he doesn't show up where the Royal Knights are and is known as the Aloof Hermit or the Empty Seat. He possesses the ultimate power Alpha In-Force in battle, which instantly replaces the past battle, so Alphamon's attacks end in an instant, but in reality it is unknown how many attacks he has unleashed. In theory, you'll only see the final blow that kills the enemy. He deploys a magic square of Digimoji, characters used in the digital world, from both his hands to attack and defend. Alphamon has the vaccine attribute and belongs to the Virus Busters field. His special attacks are Holy Sword Grad Alpha, which pierces the enemy by drawing out the convergence of light that pierces the center of the magic circle, and Digitize of Soul, spreading the wings on his back to fly, developing a huge magic circle in the sky, and summoning legendary monsters from another dimension. He also uses this attack to fire green energy beams from his hands. Alphamon Oryuken is a form in which Oryumon undergoes a miraculous evolution and becomes a sword due to the action of the magic circle of Digimoji released by Alphamon. Oryumon is the ultimate form of the prototype Digimon, an experimental body that pursues even greater combat power, and by becoming a sword, all of his combat power is devoted only to attacks. Oryuken means the King Dragon Sword. To swing the King Dragon Sword means to wield all the power contained within an ultimate Digimon, and can't be swung by an average Digimon, and average Digimon also can't take its blows. Alphamon Oryuken has the Vaccine attribute and belongs to the Virus Busters field. In Oryuken form, Alphamon's metal wings extend with a pair of golden organic wings. His special attacks are Digitize of Soul, Holy Sword Grad Alpha, and Ultimate Battle Blade Oryuken. Doruguremon also evolves into Dorugoramon, an imaginary Digimon born from the daydream of a Digicore. He is an evolved form in which even the creativity of the Digicore itself is miraculously released through the interface on his forehead. Perhaps because the Digicore originally contained the data of the strong life force of the legendary creature Dragon, the form created by the Digicore was the embodiment of mighty destruction and the embodiment of the ultimate enemy. He now looks like a bipedal humanoid dragon with large elaborate wings. Dorugoramon has the data attribute and belongs to the Dragon's Roar and Nature Spirits fields. His special attacks are Brave Metal, a tremendous charge that puts all his body and soul into it, and Dorudin, which releases a shockwave of destruction. The second evolution line starts with Dorumon evolving into Raptor Dramon. This is a bipedal, dinosaur-looking, cyborg-type Digimon that was modified based on a wild Digimon with a predatory instinct in order to reliably take down his prey. Due to his extremely strong living body and uncontrollable ferocity, he has been modified with a heavy chrome Digizoid to suppress his athletic ability. However, his exceptionally high explosive strength and fight ability are largely due to the fact that he was a wild Digimon before he was modified. Although he is small, if his abilities are gradually unlocked, he has the ability to easily take down even super large Digimon with one blow. Raptor Dramon has the Vaccine attribute and belongs to the Dragon's Roar, Nature Spirits, Metal Empire and Virus Busters fields. His specialty is Crash Charge, an attack that makes use of his sharp chrome Digizoid armor. His special attack is Ambush Crunch, in which he leaps at the enemy and instantly rips off their vital points with his sharp teeth. Raptor Dramon evolves into Greatmon, a twin sword warrior Digimon that is nicknamed the Golden Meteor because of the way he bravely takes the lead. When using the twin sword Grad Alpha in dual-wielding mode, his sword skills become incredibly fast, but he is unable to fight while maintaining his rationality due to the cursed sword that he cannot control. Although he is inferior in overall strength, his sword skills are said to surpass even Lord Nightmon of the Royal Knights, and his royal blue cloak is said to be a badge of honor bestowed upon his many achievements in battle. His body is fully covered in red and golden armor, with 2 green sheaths for his swords. Greatmon has the Vaccine attribute and belongs to the Nature Spirits and Metal Empire fields. His special attacks are the lightning-fast Special Sword Cross Blade, which cuts the enemy in a cross pattern, and the Dynamic Sword Great Slash, which swings down his twin swords on the enemy's head. Greatmon Weiss is a Digimon from Cross Wars, a member of the Bagra army who attacked the Sword Zone. Long ago, when Bagramon was making plans to take over the digital world, he learned of the human world, and his plans grew into something much bigger. He would absorb everyone in both the digital and human worlds and create a world where he was in command. Greatmon Weiss is a form of Greatmon transformed by evil, but was later purified. He has the same design as his regular form, but with a darker color scheme, and also has the same attacks. Greatmon evolves into Alphamon as his ultimate form. The Death X, also known as the evolution of death, happens when a Digimon's survival instinct is artificially increased to the limit. This causes them to incorporate other Digimon's Digicore into their own and overcome the concept of mortality. Death X was awakened by Yggdrasil from the depths of his storage during his project arc. He wanted to use Death X to erase Digimon who have become overpopulated, but Death X became a dangerous program that is not a Digimon, Death Xmon, who devours Digicores as a zombie. Death X Dorugamon is an undead Digimon of the prototype Doru series that was experimented on in search of further evolution and was said to resemble the adult form of the Doru series. By continuing to prey on the Digicores of other Digimon, he is active and trying to evolve even though he is in a dead state. Death X Dorumon has the virus attribute and belongs to the Nightmare Soldier's field. His specialty is Cannonball. His special attack is Metal Cast, in which he pierces the enemy with his steel arms and rips out their Digicore. Death X Dorumon evolves into Death X Doruguremon, an undead Digimon that closely resembles the final form of the Doru series Digimon. By continuing to prey on the Digicores of other Digimon, he wants a huge number of Digicores in order to maintain active and evolve even though he is dead. In order to instinctively sniff out Digicores, the eyes and nose on his head are covered with armor, and the sharp sword points on his tail and wings are used to skewer many Digimon and later prey on Digicores. Death X Doruguremon has the virus attribute and belongs to the Nightmare Soldiers and Dark Area fields. His special attacks are Metal Meteor and Bloody Cave, in which he rips open the enemy's armor with the horns on his head and devours their Digicore. Death X Doruguremon evolves into Death X Dorugoramon, the ultimate form of the Doru series, realized through Death X evolution. Because he activates himself depending on the Digicore of other Digimon, he is also called the Digicore Predator and is nothing but a threat to other Digimon. By continuing to prey on the Digicores of other Digimon, he remains active even in a dead state, and because he has accumulated a large number of Digicore information within his body, his entire body is covered with restraints. He is barely able to function as a single Digimon. Death X Dorugoramon has the virus attribute and belongs to the Nightmare Soldiers and Dark Area fields. His special attacks are Dorudin and Metal Impulse, which destroys and obliterates everything except the enemy's Digicore. Death X Dorugoramon evolves into Death Xmon. Since he does not have a Digicore, he is a type of program that is not classified as a Digimon and appears in a temporary form, but has no real body. He perpetually repeats the processes called Process O through Process F, which detect the Digicore, take it into the body, disassemble it and reassemble it again. Although he is a simple program, he is speculated to be impossible to defeat. If there is no Digicore, he will stop his activities, but as long as there is a Digicore, he will not stop. Death Xmon has the virus attribute and belongs to the Nightmare Soldiers and Dark Area fields. What do you think of Dorumon and his forms? Which one is your favorite? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to support me, you can do so on Patreon or buy me coffee. The links are in the description below. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more Digimon videos. P.S. Make sure to follow my community page on YouTube, as I also post updates about upcoming videos there.